Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our very first TikTok live show at the table with TikTok. We're going to be having a series of these shows across Black History Month, talking about the important issues to deal with Black people in various different industries, and we would love for you to join us every single time. My name is Anne Oliyinka. I'm a talent acquisition partner by day at TikTok, but by night, I am your lovely host. So I'd love to introduce these two phenomenal women that that are here with me today that exude Black excellence. I have the gorgeous Layla, Layla Loves, who is a beauty and fashion extraordinaire, and Gina, who loves lipstick and has an Instagram account dedicated to her favorite lipstick looks. Say hi, ladies.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Amazing. So we're going to be just going through questions pertaining to Black men and women in the beauty industry, and we're just going to get views from these amazing ladies who are in the industry, and you know what they think about these particular issues and topics, and yeah, just have a general discussion. Do join us in the comment section. You know, let us know what you think, and yeah, let's kick this off. So obviously, I introduced you both already, but I'd love for you to introduce yourself to our audience. Tell us a bit about you. What makes you tick? An interesting fact. Layla, I'd like you to go first.
Okay, sure. First of all, Gina, your hair actually looks insane. It looks amazing.
I told her.
Oh my gosh, thank you. So I was stressing about it so much before.
Your hair looks good. Your hair looks really good.
Thanks, sis.
Everyone, my name is Layla. You're welcome. My name is Layla. I am a social media influencer, and I document everything from fashion to beauty to lifestyle. And I'm also a founder and an owner of a luxury hair care brand, a wig brand called Wow, Is That Your Hair? And what's a fun fact about me? A fun fact about me is that, what is a fun fact about me?
Does it have to be fun? It can be interesting, anything. Like, just tell us anything.
Let's think. Okay, a fun fact about me is that I can speak Arabic.
You can speak Arabic. Wow.
Yeah, I can speak Arabic.
Love that. We love a
random facts.
Bilingual babe. I love it. I love it. Love it. So Gina, your turn. Tell us a bit about yourself and give us one interesting, funny fact that a lot of people don't know about you.
Okay, yeah, so I'm Gina. I'm still reeling over the compliment from Layla, like, oh, thank you so much.
Gina, can I just say, I actually told you your hair looks amazing.
No, you did. But
why did you not trust me?
Do you know what? Yeah, you're right. But it's like, because Layla doesn't have to, she's far away, so she doesn't have to say it. Anyway. You're in front of me and it's...
Girl, I would not let you go on the screen.
No, you're right.
With the hair that looks crazy.
You're right.
You should trust me.
I apologize. I trust women. Right. Yeah, so I'm Gina. I'm definitely one of those people who'd call themselves like a multi-hyphen creative. Like I work in editorial like by day, but I'm also like a writer and a content creator, and I've always loved making content for the internet. But I have like an extreme passion for lipstick, always have done, always will do.
I love it.
And so, yeah, I decided to make my account and make the series Rated PG, where I just rate, I do this just random Instagram series where I rate loads of different lip products, specifically for women with darker skin tones, because it's so often you go on like the websites and it's hard to see what the lipsticks will look like on your skin tone. Yeah. So I just started trying things out. And so I've created like this small but mighty community of people who like love lipstick too and like love to like have fun and like join along.
Yeah, so. I love that. I'm going to make you tell your interesting point in a second, but can I just say with like lipsticks, I'm a lipstick fanatic as well. I do tend to like, as you guys can see now, I have a red lipstick on, obviously. But I do tend to like stay with like reds or nudes. But I love that you said that, you know, generally when you go on websites, you don't see like the lipsticks on people on women that have darker skin tones. Yeah. So I love that you do that, because it does like help people like me who get to go on websites but don't see people that look like me on those websites. That was more back in the day. I think more now.
It's definitely getting better, for sure.
It's definitely getting better, and we're going to talk about that. But yeah, tell us an interesting fact about yourself.
An interesting fact about myself is that I'm double jointed.
Wow.
Yeah, so like my...
Ooh.
thumbs can...
Your whole body?
My shoulders and my thumbs.
So you'd be doing all those like...
Yeah, I can put my hands all the way back and all that other stuff, yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you to do that because I think that will freak me out.
I will break a bone. Let's not do that, but I am double jointed.
Oh my God. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for sharing that about yourselves. My first question, I think I asked Layla to go first, so I'm going to go with you, Gina. Growing up, who would you say was your black beauty icon and how did they influence your style?
Do you know what? And I don't want this to sound cliche, but it honestly was my mum. I'm not gonna lie. Like I just thought my mum was really cool, and she had this picture of her with like long, because this was the days where everyone was relaxing their hair and all this other stuff.
Did she have Jerry curls?
No, she didn't. She didn't.
Okay. Who knows about Jerry curls? My mum had Jerry curls for years. I don't know what she was doing. Like they were wet curls. I'm like, that thing was ugly. Like, what are you doing, girl? But anyway, it was back in the days. But yeah, go on.
But she had like, there was a picture that I always used to look at that she had like relaxed hair and she had like this strong red blazer on and she had a red lip. And from that, I swear that is where my love of lipstick came from, because my mum also has like full lips. And so I'd always just, everything I did was just to look more like my mum and be cool like my mum. And now I have this obsession with lipsticks because my mum's like love for lipsticks. And yeah.
That is just so cute. Yeah. I want to be that mom when I'm older and I have kids.
You will be.
Amen.
For sure.
Love that. What about you, Layla?
I feel like I should say my mom, but...
You don't have to say it. It's okay. Don't be a follower. You can be a leader. Be a leader, okay?
I would say Beyonce. To me, it's like, even to this day, that woman can do no wrong in my eyes. She is just such a powerful black woman that embodies so many incredible qualities, and she's just so strong. She's just such a strong woman that when I look at her, I'm like in awe.
Yeah,
Beyonce.
And how do you feel like she influenced your style? Like, were there any things that she did that you copied or like you were inspired by?
Yeah, I would definitely say, but I will say Alicia Keys as well, because the whole of my secondary school...
Yo, let's talk about them cornrows.
Guys, I swear to you, I lived in Ghana braids and braids for the whole of my secondary school life.
I love that.
It was just braids. And every time I had it, I was like, I feel like I'm Alicia Keys right now in the coffee shop.
I love it.
To his song.
Love it.
Alicia Keys, I'd say, actually.
Yeah. No, do you know what? I agree with that. Would you say that? Because I remember in those days, it was like really cool. You'd have all the different designs of cane rows in your hair, and the more designs, the cooler you were.
Yeah.
But I wasn't that cool. All I could get was like straight back cane rows because my mom was Nigerian and she was like, don't go out and follow bad gang. And she was like, just do it straight back. It's not what your friends are doing that you have to do. And I used to be so upset because I was like, I want to be cool. I want to be cool as well, you know?
And the thing is, like, I love Beyonce so much, but even when it came down to hairstyles, back in the day, you guys will remember, there was no such thing as these translucent lace wigs and all of that.
No, there wasn't.
Definitely not. I was like relaxing my hair and getting a weave. If the weave, maybe, like, depends, getting my Remy pack from the shop. So when it came to braids, it was like Alicia Keys just had like amazing hairstyles I was actually allowed to get. Yeah, hairstyles that my mom would allow me to do. So yeah, Alicia Keys embodied, like, for me, she made me actually love my hair, because it was actually like one of those things where hair is something I struggled with quite a lot growing up. But seeing like her look good with braids made me feel like braids were beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that's such a good answer. Also, my answers to all questions are my mum or Beyonce. So I think that's a good answer. Good answer.
I love that. My mum or Beyonce.
Fair, straight.
Yeah, no, I hear that. How would you guys like... I know, like, growing up for me, and I don't know how it was for you guys, but I know that growing up for me, there were a lot of like physical characteristics I had as a black girl that just weren't really seen as beautiful. So like I have a gap teeth, like I was always teased about that, even by my brothers, but my brothers are just mean. But like everyone would tease me about that, or like having like fuller lips, you know, tease about that, having like a, you know, wider nose or whatever. Like those kind of characteristics were kind of seen as like not like mainstream beautiful. And it's interesting to see how like now we've kind of moved, and I think social media has probably had a large part to play in that, in terms of like shining a light on the fact that there are black women that also need to be catered to in the beauty industry, and also like challenging the status quo around like what is beautiful, who defines beautiful. And I'd love to kind of get your thoughts. I'll start with you, Layla, on as black people, what do you think makes us beautiful? It can be physical attributes like I've mentioned, or like anything in general about our nature, whatever. Like, what do you think makes black people beautiful from your perspective?
To me, being black is like so much more than just being black. Like our color is so diverse. Like black people can come from the fairest of skin tones to the darkest of skin tones, and our spectrum is just so wide and diverse, and it's down to so many different things. To me, my favorite thing is our culture, like regardless of where I go. And like, so my background is from Morocco, so I'm from North Africa.
Can I just say, I love Morocco.
I love my
That's one of my favorite places to go to. I love Morocco. Love it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love Morocco so much. I love my culture. And growing up, I'm not going to lie, sometimes it was like one of those things that was embarrassing to me, like things that my mum would do on parents' evening. I'd be like, oh, why is she doing this? It's so embarrassing. Why can't she just be like someone else's mom or whatever? But growing up and like really like learning to love my culture and learning to love black culture. It's like when I hang around with people and I hang around with like my Nigerian friends or like my friends from the Caribbean and all of this, their culture is just so beautiful. And I feel like that's one of like the biggest things that I love about black people is our culture.
I love that. Love that. And I completely agree. And as a Nigerian, I have to shout out my people. Like, you know, we have, you know, very rich cultured people. If there are any Nigerian people watching, stand up. Wherever you are, just salute to the But no, I completely... Sorry. I'm a fool, I know. But no, I completely agree that, you know, black people culture across the board, wherever you're from, just so rich. So rich. My favorite thing is like listening to African choirs. Like, I just love it. All the voices, the harmony is just, give me vibes. I love it. Gina, you laughing at me, girl?
No.
You laughing at me? Am I a joke to you?
No, you're not at all.
Am I a joke to you, girl?
You're not at all.
Anyway, what would you say makes us beautiful as black people?
You know, Layla's answer was a really good answer because that is so true. I 100% agree with that. I just think like, energy. I just think we have so much energy. I don't know what it is. Like
energy.
Like we're so just like vibrant and like, and I think that's why we laugh loud. That's why like our parents, grandparents talk loud. Like all of those kind of things because it's as Layla said, like it's rich and like that vibrance. And I guess like when you say, you know, oh, you're laughing at me, it's just because you have so much energy. Like and like, but it's like infectious. And so other people, like I'm sure you've found, especially with your personality, like that people want to be around you a lot. Because that's how
I don't do well. This is too much attention on me.
Okay,
Let's just
sorry.
take it
I thought we were supporting each other.
Okay, we are. Okay.
And Layla, you must have found the same. Like, there are some people of your friend, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just you want to be around it. Like, it makes you happy. And I think there's so much of a focus around like all the things that like black people may not have culturally or haven't been given and haven't been afforded, and like but we still thrive, you know. And like it's still such like still such like a great community to be a part of, and I'm still so proud, and like despite all of those things, it's just really rich and vibrant and like joyful mostly. Which I love.
Yeah, completely agree. Now, one of the things I want to I know we're going to be talking about today is like beauty and skincare, and I want to dispel. Is it dispel? Dispel or dispel? How do I say it?
Dispel?
Dispel?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, teacher, English teacher. So I want to dispel.
I was about to say, well, I don't know what you're trying to say.
Listen, English. I was going to say English is not my first language, but it is. So I have no excuse. Sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, no, one of the myths I wanted to dispel on during this conversation was just about like black people using SPF. And I know growing up, I was not told about using SPF. I was not told to use SPF. I didn't think I needed it. I thought my melanin would take care of me. I thought my melanin was my sun blocker. I thought that was my sunscreen. But I know now, you know, having grown up and been in the beauty industry a bit, I know now that that's not actually the case. So I'd love to know you guys' thoughts on like what your go-to SPF is. I hope you both use. Do you both use SPF?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. I mean, that
You're
would have
looking
been,
like
even if
Layla.
you didn't, you would have been like, yeah, of course I use SPF. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I use it all the time.
What are your SPF go-tos? Gina, I'll start with you.
Okay. Do you know what? The thing is, I don't know the exact name of the. Okay, I'll start. Because the SPF that I use is actually a Korean brand. And do you know where I found it from? I'm so sorry that I don't know the exact name. I could describe the bottle. I know that, you can get it on Amazon. But it's mainly because I read an article that was talking about the SPFs that you can use that don't leave that white cast on it, on your face. And I was finding that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, right? And so I went through it and they recommended this brand. And ever since then, I've just been buying that. But anything that I can find, I use SPF all the time. And you're so right, I wasn't using it at all for ages. And I'll be going to Jamaica and just sitting on the veranda with my grandma, sun shining on me, nothing. But I've definitely been for the last 4 or 5 years now, religiously.
Okay.
So it's a Korean brand. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact name, but.
Yeah, it's okay, we forgive you.
Thank you.
Layla's gonna come with a name though, aren't you? What's your go-to SPF?
I'm gonna come with a name. My one is Neutrogena, and it's called Ultra Sheer. And the reason why I love it is because it's so lightweight, and it goes up to SPF 100.
Oh my God, I was gonna ask you what SPF
100.
it is.
I thought SPF
100.
only goes up to 50. I didn't even know that it goes up to 100.
100.
Wow.
But I'm not gonna lie, growing up, I never used SPF because, as you said, I remember my mom saying to me, "We don't need sun protector cream because we're African."
Why does everyone say that?
Why did they lie to us? They lied to all of us.
So I never used it.
Listen, if you're watching this and you have melanin, please
wear.
Just be going to go and buy your SPF today.
Neutrogena,
even if it's shady, Neutrogena, even if there's no sun outside.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mad harmful rays out there, man.
Yeah.
Listen, protect yourself, protect your melanin.
Trying to get you.
Protect your melanin, protect your melanin. Okay, cool. So, girls, who am I going to start with? Ip, dip, dude. No, I'm joking. I'll start with Layla. If you had 30 minutes to beat down your face, like you're going on a date night, you want to look painting from, London or where, am I allowed to say where you are right now? Maybe I wouldn't. Anyway, but painting from Morocco. Okay, she's in Dubai right now. She's lifestyle, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
the rest of us are in England, where it's raining and cold.
I hate it here.
Raining every 2 seconds. Just rain. Don't get any sun, just rain. Rain and rain. Meanwhile, some people are enjoying themselves in Dubai. But it's okay, we forgive you. So let's say it's date night, you're in Dubai, you're going to, I don't know, like a posh Salt, the Salt Bay restaurant, I don't know what it's called. You're going there.
Yes, Nusrat.
But you only have 30 minutes to beat your face. What are I'll give you your four products that you have to use to beat your face in 30 minutes.
Okay. Benefit Cosmetics, Precisely My Brow. They are like the best brand for brows on this planet, hands down.
Love that.
Use them all. Then for foundation, we are going. No. We need a cream because we're going for we're doing a quick look. So
right.
We're gonna do Ulla Henriksen C Rush cream. It's a vitamin C cream, and it just makes your skin glow. It's really nice, very lightweight and moisturizing. We're then going in with Fenty Beauty foundation because
which one?
It's the best foundation.
The first one that they released, or the second one?
Yeah, I really like the first one, Pro Filter.
So the proper mattifying one.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm not judging you. It's fine. You like it, you like it. That's your thing. Okay. What's your next one?
I like it. And then I'm going to go in. This one, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty concealers, and I'm going to use one as a brightener, under the eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use another one as a darker one to contour. And I'm just going to do that.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Right.
And that's you done. Your face is beat. You're going out. Beat.
Ideally, I would love to get a lipstick in there, but you said 4 products.
You did say 4 products. You only said 4.
Right.
I did. Do you know what? I'll give you tell me the lipstick you will wear.
Okay, thank you. And then we have to go with a bold lip because we're doing a bronzy look.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna go with MAC Russian red or ruby red, one of those. Or Gina, maybe you could recommend one for me.
Is it true, the lipstick connoisseur?
lipstick connoisseur. We need a red lipstick with like an orangey undertone.
Let me tell you. Okay. Let me just tell you. You don't even need Gina for this. I can tell you the red lipstick you need to use with the orange undertone.
Okay, what is it?
Because see what I learned, yeah? So I love red lipstick because actually, funny enough, my mum used to always wear red lipstick like your mum. So I've always been obsessed with red lipstick. But I found that Ruby Woo, which was like every black girl's go-to for red lipstick, it just didn't pop on me.
Right.
And I realized the reason for that was because it has a bluish undertone, which means that it's not
a blue undertone.
Yeah,
right,
so it's not gonna pop on my skin tone because I have a yellow undertone, but I'm dark skinned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So actually, but the Fenty Beauty Lip Stunner paint in Uncensored has the perfect orange undertone and it pops. Every time I wear it, I'm wearing it today, but I mixed it with Underdog to make it a bit darker because you know it's winter. But on its own, it has a beautiful orange undertone and it really does pop. So if you want an orange undertone red lipstick, then go for the Fenty Beauty one, 100%.
That's okay.
Nice. So basically my face is like going to be full Fenty Beauty.
Yeah, 100. Great. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Basically, yeah.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Gina, I'm throwing it to you.
Okay.
30 minutes to beat your face.
Fine.
Tell us what you're going to do.
I do makeup in 30 minutes anyway because I'm basic. So I use...
Excuse me? We are not allowed to use that word in this studio.
Sorry, not in a bad way. Not in a bad way, just in an efficient way.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
So I would use, if I'm only 4 products, you're saying?
Okay, I know. I gave Layla 5, so you can have 5 as well.
All right, so cream. Okay, for cream.
No, you can skip cream. I think I'm assuming you've already creamed your face.
Cream,
Sorry, I should have told you that.
Cream, SPF is already on, all that stuff. All right, great, cool. So I would use the Bare Minerals SPF Mineral Foundation.
Ooh.
Yep, in Golden Dark. I would use that. And then...
Wait, why that foundation?
Do you know what?
Are you wearing it now?
I'm wearing it now.
Do you know what? It's a vibe. It's like skin.
Yeah, it is. It is. And people think that I have like, not being negative, but people think that I have really great skin. And I'm just like, I just wear good makeup. Genuinely, like if you want to cover like all the dark marks, they're not there. They're like, yeah. So I would use that. And then I would use for my eyebrows, MAC's Spiked, the eyebrow pencil in Spiked.
Yep.
I would use also a MAC blusher in Raisin. Oh my God, that colour is absolutely fantastic.
Raisin, what's that?
It's a blush in Raisin.
Oh,
the colour is Raisin.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like a kind of like berry colour. Okay. You can use that on the
Gina, just give me 1 sec. I think we need to pause. We need to just pause the conversation.
The stream's just gone down, girls.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, so start the whole question again.
Okay. Okay, Layla.
Okay, cool. Starting from Layla. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks.
Cool.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
No problem.
Oh, God.
Is it possible to turn, unless I have to do it, to turn Layla's voice down a tiny weeny bit? Can you?
Oh, you have a thingy
Sorry,
on here.
guys, I'm loud.
No,
No,
Layla,
it's fine.
it's
Be
not you.
loud.
I turned it up too much.
Where's your thingy?
Well, I've got 2 pads. Do we know which one it is?
Girl.
It's not going to happen, is it? It's all right. It's okay.
The boys are going to try and turn it down.
If possible, yes, please. It's not you, Layla. I turned it up really, really high.
Just bellowing down your ears.
Yeah, that is way better. Thank you. Great.
Okay.
I want to be in Dubai. Why am I still in this England? I hate it here.
Oh, it's a vibe.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
I
jealous.
can't wait to come back though. I've been here for like the last 7 months straight on.
7 months? Why? What?
Yeah, because
Why are
I
you
live
itching to come
I
back
live in
here?
Dubai. Because I normally come back to London like every 3 weeks, but because of Miss Rona, I got stuck in Dubai for so
Coronavirus.
long, and then coronavirus, and then we've just been out here, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to come back now, like see my friends, see my mom.
Yeah, of course. Oh my gosh.
Oh, your mum lives
I
here.
kind of miss the rain. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss the cold. Yeah, my mum's in London.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll definitely get that when you come back, the rain and the cold. Don't you worry, babes. It will be waiting for you.
Oh, nice. Looking forward to it.
Seriously, you're going to wish you're going back. Also, these questions are almost done.
Are they?
Oh, really? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Amazing. Welcome back, guys. So, ladies, I want to talk about if you had 30 minutes. I don't know what this accent is, but it's going to stay for now, okay? So, you know.
Let's go with it.
So, yeah, we're going to go with it. No, we're going back now. If you had 30 minutes to beat your face, I'm talking about beat down. You're going on a date night. Layla, you're in Dubai, obviously, so you're going to Salt Bay restaurant with Bay, you know what I'm saying? And you've got to look the part, you know what I'm saying? What products are you going to use to beat your face in 30 minutes? You got to give me 5 products. I'm assuming you've already moisturized, you've done your SPF, but 5 products to give you the flawless beat, like you did it for like an hour and a half, but it was really a 30-minute beat. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start off with Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation.
Right.
It comes in 40 shades.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The foundation blends so seamlessly. It's like such a good product, and it gives you full coverage. So you're really going to look like face tuned. You're going to look smoothed out, everything.
Love it.
We're then going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Concealer. And I'm going to cheat a little bit because you said products. So we're going to use a light and a dark one. So technically I've got 3 more products. So we're going to contour with the dark concealer and we're going to lighten up with the lighter one.
Love it.
We're then going to go in with, we need a mascara. So we're going to go in, no, we need an eyebrow pencil. We're going to go in with Benefit Cosmetics. I see my brow. Brows are needed to be done. We're going to go in with Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow, the best eyebrow pencil hands down that I have ever tried. And then we are going to go, so I've got 2 more products. We need a highlighter. We need to pop, 2 more. Okay, we're going to pop the cheeks. My favorite highlighter ever is by MAC Cosmetics and it's called Snow Flushed. Ooh. And it's got like a really nice pinky dewy undertone to it. So it's like golden pinky tones and it looks so nice on like olive skin and like darker skin tones. It is beautiful, so
Love
nice.
that.
And then for the lips, guys, I need your recommendation because I want a lipstick that's going to pop on my lips, but I need it to be bold, so like a bold red.
A bold red. Okay. What do you...
I feel like...
Do you guys know where I'm laughing?
I feel like this is deja vu.
I know! Oh my God! Because like, I swear, I remember like having this conversation and you were going to ask Gina, because obviously she's a lipstick connoisseur, but then I was like, no, don't ask Gina, because I love red lipstick.
I think we should ask you.
No, seriously, I think we should, because you know why, yeah? Do you know why? Because I love red lipstick.
Yeah.
I love red lipstick, honestly. And before, I used to really struggle to find like a good red lipstick for my skin tone, because I'm dark skin, but I've got a yellow undertone. So like every black girl's go-to for red lipstick, like back in like 2014, I think it was Ruby Woo.
Yeah.
But I bought that and I've tried it on. I was like, it's just not giving me the vibes, it's not popping on me. And then Fenty Beauty came out with the Lip Stunner paint, uncensored, and that has like the most gorgeous orange undertone that really pops on your lips. If you've got like a yellow undertone, in fact, any undertone you have, it will pop, because it's the orange that really helps to mesh with your skin and it just comes out nice and bright and red. So, you know, go for that one. That's
Great
what I would
recommendation.
recommend. Thanks.
That's what we're going to be doing.
Thank you. And you're going to look great as well. Going to slay.
You're going to look fantastic.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, moving on to you, Gina. 5 products. You've creamed your face, obviously, because every time you come out the bath, you got to cream your face. I don't know what black person personally will come out of the bath and they don't cream their face. Everybody, you just moisturize. You need to moisturize your face. So you've moisturized.
Yes.
You've used your SPF.
Right.
Then you're going to beat your face. 30 minutes. Let's go.
Here we go. So I'd start with Bare Minerals SPF Mineral Foundation in Golden Dark. It's good. It's full coverage. If you don't really like liquid foundation, because for ages I didn't really, I don't know, like I found it hard. Because when I started wearing foundation, I started with like the compacts. No, I didn't. I started with the compacts you get from like hair shops.
Yes.
You know, like in the hair shop.
Oh, Fashion Fair.
Yeah, like all that. Right. No, I mean, not Fashion Fair because that's expensive, but like.
No, but Fashion Fair was the one that was in the hair shops.
Oh, was it?
Was it expensive? Okay.
No, I mean.
Anyway,
you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking
about. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
So start with that, and then start with that mineral foundation, and then for eyebrows, I would use the MAC Cosmetics eyebrow pencil in Spiked.
Oh. Ooh, that's an old school one, and it has remained faithful.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. And then I'd also use another MAC Cosmetics product. I'd use their blusher in the color Raisin. And because
what kind of color is that? What's that giving us?
So it's giving me like berry, giving us like D kind of version on purple, but not really like giving us that, you know. And because it's a nice little blush, you can use it on the what do you call it, eyelids too, as like a little eyeshadow.
Double for your trouble. Right. Cheeks, eyes, all done in one swipe.
Right. So I've got 3 products. Right. So and then for mascara, I'd use the, so as not to violate community guidelines, I'd use the Better Than S mascara from Too Faced. Do you know that mascara? Layla, have you tried that mascara? What do you think? It's good.
Yeah, I've tried it. Can I tell you something though? In Dubai, they call it Better Than Love.
Better Than Love. Correct.
That is so cute.
And they were right too, yes.
I love that.
So I'd use the Better Than Love mascara. And then for a lip, I would use, also from Too Faced, it is a deep red, like almost burgundy. I really like my dark lipsticks. And it's in the color Drop Dead Red.
I've not actually tried. Is
that like a liquid lipstick?
It's a liquid lipstick, yeah.
We love a liquid
really
lipstick.
Good, really, really good.
I'm not gonna lie, I love, ever since, so actually that's our next topic, is actually talking about these different brands that have made waves and all that, but in a minute. Just on Too Faced, because I've not actually tried their lip products. I love their complexion products. I love their foundations. And ever since Jackie Einer's collab with them, where they came up with all those ranges. God, in the foundation and the concealer, I love those, but I've not tried their lipstick. So would you recommend them?
I would 100% recommend their liquid lipsticks, melted matte liquid lipsticks. Give it a go and definitely try Drop Dead Red. You would love it.
Right. That's going on my kit list.
Layla?
Love it.
Just touching base, you said Jackie, right?
Yeah.
I was watching Jackie's story the other day, and she has this new technique to apply her foundation. I need you guys to try and tell me what this technique is. So she puts on a powder first, and then she puts on
what powder?
Concealer,
a setting powder.
and then she contours. Yeah, a setting powder before like concealer and everything, and her makeup at the end looks flawless.
Wow.
So what?
Any of you tried this?
So I've tried putting on a setting powder first, and then my foundation if I'm having like a long day and I really want my makeup to last, because the powder sucks out all the oils from your face, and it's just an extra layer of like you want your makeup to stay.
Yeah.
And I did get that from Jackie as well, actually, but I've not done powder, then concealer, then foundation.
I've never tried that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try it.
I'm gonna try it. We believe
her makeup always.
Jackie.
Yeah, her makeup.
Yeah, she's our auntie.
Yeah, we do.
Our resident auntie. So just on the topic of like brands that are like starting to be really inclusive with their products. Like if you remember, I remember probably around like back in the day when I first started to get into makeup, I was like what am I talking about? 18? Well, I knew 18. I was just putting Vaseline on my lips. And I was like 20. I was like 21. I was like, okay, I want to get a foundation. I was graduating. I was like, yeah, I'll get a foundation. But the only brand that you could really go to back then, like that would have any kind of like darker skin tone foundations was like MAC.
Right.
And if it wasn't MAC, I know that Lancome a few years later came out with a much bigger range as well. But more recently, you've got brands like Juvia's Place, Fenty Beauty, Bobbi Brown, Uruma Beauty, who have made serious waves in the beauty industry when it comes to like just the sheer range of their products and like catering to different skin tones, but not only skin tone, because brands would like bring out foundations that would be darker, but the undertone would be wrong. So it'd be too orangey, or it'd be too greeny, or too yellow, and it just wasn't ever right. But like you've got these brands now, you've got these brands now that are bringing out such a huge like range in all these different in their complexion products to cater for women and men of all different complexions. Do you think? And I think there's an obvious answer to this, but I'd like to understand your thinking behind it and just that journey. Do you think there's been a shift taking place in the beauty industry, or do you think there needs to be more done?
I think there definitely needs to be more done. Sorry to jump in.
Go on.
To me, I'm just like, there's still so much to be done. That even down to like when I go to the store and I buy stuff, there is like, if there's a brand that has like 20 foundation shades, like 17 of those are like so light, and then there's like 4 dark ones.
Yeah.
To me, there's like so much there's so much room to grow. There's so much that brands really need to be doing, because it's not good enough, in all fairness. Like, there's no really better way to put it, but people definitely need to do better. Like,
Definitely.
even brands that have like, that are up there in like the top 10 brands, like they definitely need to do better.
Yeah. Would you say that though, like, because before there was even if you went to a shop, you would just never find a foundation that in a drugstore in particular you would never find a foundation that was even my skin tone, talk less of ladies and men and women that are even darker than me. Would you say that there has been some progress made though, and who do you think has been responsible? Who would you say are the key brands or people that you think have actually shone a light on that as an issue in the industry?
I would say there's definitely been better steps taken to make makeup more inclusive for people. But it's like, Black people didn't just turn up, and
that's so true.
For so long. So why is it taking
been around
how many X years? We've been around, and I'm like, so why is it taking you so many years to come up with shades with the correct undertones? Because you can come up with a million undertones for these lighter shades. Like, for me, it's easier for me to find a foundation shade than it would be for you or Gina to find a foundation shade. And it's like, but why is that? It's not good enough. So in my opinion, I definitely think there's been steps that have been made that brands have really been called out and like have to do better. And I feel like one of the main brands to me that really set that trend was Fenty Beauty. And that's why I'm like, forever, Rihanna's great.
I totally agree with you.
Definitely.
I completely, I couldn't really say it any better than Layla did, honestly. Like, I feel like there is this need to like always be overly positive about it, because, you know, it's kind of, look, you know, when you're supposed to meet someone at like 6 o'clock and they turn up at 8 o'clock and then they come to you with I'm better late than never. Do you ever feel satisfied when you get that response?
It's true, yeah.
You don't ever feel like that's not a satisfying answer. And so whilst there has been progress made, and I really don't take that for granted, it kind of does feel a bit frustrating to feel like you always have to feel grateful for still what is like less than what you should have been getting in the first place. And so I think we could always do better. There's always room to do better. And Layla's completely right. I think Fenty Beauty for me has definitely been like the main one that I look to. And I'm sure that other brands were doing it. Bobbi Brown has always been there, MAC has always been there. Those things are true, but I just think that Fenty Beauty shook the table. And especially because it was tied to so visibly to a Black woman also. That's another like big thing. It was so visibly tied to a Black woman, and all of the marketing was so diverse that like all these other brands were like, shit, all of a sudden you got stuff in like, oh, now we've got 25 shades. And it's like, okay, well, you know, like, you know, now all of that stuff is happening. So, perhaps it's cliche to say, but like, for sure, Fenty Beauty did that.
100%.
Rihanna did that.
She did that. One thing I actually want to talk about, and I don't know what your experiences have been when it comes to like going into a store and getting like matched with your foundation.
Oh my gosh. I can't even think about this.
Sorry, I love it because of your reaction.
I can't go back to that place.
You're like, oh my gosh.
Oh my, like, if I even, let me not even say brands. Anyway,
We don't have to mention any specific brands, but I'd like to like get your viewpoint on like your experience rather of like getting like matched on foundations. Gina, I'm gonna pose a question. Layla, it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on this as well, because even though you're lighter in complexion, you have a very like unique undertone. So I'd like to understand like your experience as well. But I'll start with Gina. Like, what has your experience been, and how would you advise these people that are you know behind the counter serving people and you know how just like talk on it a little bit.
You know, if I'm going to be extremely nice, I do think that it's not a lot of people. We're socialized to think in a way that deems the average person to be a white person. That is the truth. In this country, that is how we've been socialized, in my opinion, right? And so with makeup and stuff like that, I do think that people behind the counter are just assuming that for a certain brand, the average customer that comes in is going to be somebody with light skin. Like, that is what the assumption. That's at least the vibe that I've been getting. And so I remember one time I went into this store and they like were so excited, the assistant person, she was very nice. She was so excited to tell me about like this this new technology where they could like put this thing to your face and then it would match your skin tone. And I was like, oh my gosh, so exciting. Like, yeah, let's do that. So then I could definitely get mine, because I really struggled to find a good foundation that suited me. And I even struggle today to find like what suits me. And so she like did it, and then like we got the picture, and I thought because it was like technology that it would like be great. And then it came out and it was like really like both of us, I could see the two of us look in the mirror like, oh my God. But she was like going along with it. She was like, no, it looks great, like amazing, like what do you think? Like so amazing. And I was like, because like I'm still I'm very British when it comes to this kind of thing. So I was like, yeah.
Why do British people do that? Why can't we just say this is wrong?
No, I don't know why.
We'll just sit there and be like, yeah, yeah.
I really don't know why. Like, I'm
beautiful.
Like, I was like, yeah, thank you so much. Like, she was like, do you want to buy it? Do you want to? And I was like, I'll just take the tester, please. So like, I'll just take the tester. Oh my goodness.
No.
But again, like, I genuinely don't think it's their fault. I just think that,
training.
It's the training. And I do think in terms of advice, I think it's just that unlearning what we've been programmed to learn and kind of like taking away the guilt of feeling like, you know, the guilt you feel when you know that you've been like ignoring something for so long and you know you have a blind spot, taking that away and instead just focusing on, okay, now that I know that I've had this bias, what do I do about it? How can I remember, how can I remember that actually a lot of AI and stuff like that is actually like, doesn't cater for darker skin tones and won't recognize it on the system? Like, how do you do all of those things? And so yeah, I have no hate for that. She was a lovely lady. She was wrong for that, but
she was wrong, but she was nice.
She was a lovely lady.
She was nice. Yeah. Okay, cool. Layla, to you, I'd love to hear your experience. And I want to talk a bit more on the education piece, because I think that's so important when it comes to like, we'll talk about that, diversity and inclusion, but we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, Layla, tell me about your experiences.
So because my experiences with foundation matches in stores, first of all, I have never gone somewhere and they have matched me correctly to a foundation. So because of that, I just go into a store and kind of do it myself and like go and play with the foundations. And one thing that really like irritates me, like gets under my skin, is when you're playing around with foundations and then people are like, one of the staff, obviously they're trying to be helpful, but they'll be like, oh, can I help you? And in my head, I'm thinking, girl, stay away. I'm getting my foundation. I'm going to make it correct. I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
But if I go and get my foundation matched, people always make me lighter. Like they always give me a lighter foundation, and they always get my undertone wrong. They give me like a red undertone, and I look and I'm like, I've got an olivey yellow undertone. Like this is what I usually, and I'll tell them, I'll be like, this is the color I usually use, but at the moment I'm a bit more tan, so we're sticking with the undertone, but just a few shades lighter. And they just never get it right. They'll make me either very orange or extremely pale to a point where I'll look grey. So to me, I'm just like, Gina was being very polite when she said it's not their fault. To me, I'm like, it's your fault.
It's the Britishness again. I'm like,
it's the Britishness. In my head, I'm like, girl, me and you can see that
it ain't right. It ain't right.
We're just going along with it.
You're so right. No, Layla's right.
It's true. Yeah. It's just like, it's just the British thing where we're very much like, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
The thing is, I've actually bought the wrong foundation because it's been so awkward that I've been like, sure, I'll buy it. And I buy it and I'm like, why did I just spend £40 on this foundation? It's not even the right colour, but just being awkward, I did. But yeah, I just feel like it's more down to better education of makeup artists, stores.
For sure.
Yeah.
And them actually spending more time with you. And not just rushing it. I understand that it gets busy at times, but if they do have the time to really just like try and sit down with you and make sure that your foundation shade matches, because we're all just trying to win out here.
No, definitely. Correct. And ain't nobody trying to look lighter or darker than they are. Like that's like my worst nightmare.
Yes.
One of my friends, she's actually I don't know if that's relevant, but anyway, she's one of my friends. She used to always cuss me because I would always get a foundation that was darker, because I just was so like, because I think coming from a time where it was like, when I was growing up in school, it was cool to be light skinned, like it was pretty to be light. If you weren't light skinned, you weren't pretty. Yeah. And I think but it did the opposite to me. Like it made me want to be darker. Like it made me appreciate my melanin and actually want to make sure that I don't look lighter. So I'd get foundation that was too dark for me. And it took me a long time, like you said, Gina, to really understand like my undertone and what skin tone I have, and to like work on like stuff like sun damage, like my face, like I have hyperpigmentation on my face, and my face is like really a lot darker than my body and stuff like that. So there's just so much to understand about undertones and like skin tones. And I think one of the questions that I wanted to ask you guys was just around like what do you think, what would you like brands to do more when it comes to diversity and inclusion? And Layla, you made a point already about like educating like staff, so makeup artists that work for brands, to understand like if whether it's like in training, you get a range of women to come in and you test, like you get them to match their foundations on those women, so they can begin to because it does take training the eye. You need to train your eye to understand undertones and to understand skin tones. But what do you guys think that brands need to do more when it comes to like diversity and inclusion in the beauty industry specifically? Gina?
I would say
Layla,
that.
you go.
Oh,
Layla.
Gina, you go.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You go.
Numerous things. I think the first thing is listening to feedback. I've been most impressed with brands. Thanks, Layla. what a babe. I've been most impressed with brands that have actually reached out to me, like, because I do this series where I rate things and I review them. And some brands have actually reached out to me and been like, oh, we saw your review, we'd love to like chat to you about X, Y, Z. We saw that this was like a user error that we didn't think of. Like, we'd like to, you know, one of a great example of that is, for example, for lipstick, I have lips that are two-toned, so like one top lip is darker than the other, and so some sheer lipsticks that are sold as sheer won't show up on one of my lips because of that, and that's something that again they didn't think of when they were marketing it as like it's great for everyone, blah blah. And so I think listening to feedback first and foremost, 100%, and not being defensive about a blind spot that you have. The second thing I think is having a diverse group of people at the top making the decisions. I think it's like all well and good to like ask people like at our stage like what they should be doing, but it's like we don't make the decisions at the end of the day. There's only so much that like you or I or Layla can say. And
I think even asking people at this level, like, okay, what do you think? Let's get your insight. Does that actually get filtered up to the top?
Exactly.
Like, does that go to the decision makers?
I would love for somebody to be asked this question and to be getting paid for it. And I feel
give me my coin.
A lot of the time. I'm giving you ideas, you're not giving me any money, do you know what I mean? Like, I need some money for that. So yeah, I think those two things, but on the top of my head, I think those two things would definitely go far in terms of helping, for sure.
Love that. What about you, Layla?
Yeah, I agree on everything you said. Something as well that to me is like so needs to be done is having Black women and Black men included in marketing campaigns. Because when I was growing up, looking in magazines, I'd open a magazine and it was always a white person marketing a fashion, marketing clothes or marketing hair care or marketing makeup. And to me, it was just like, for me to open a magazine and to see someone that looked like me was very rare. And it got to a point where I relaxed my hair and I would want my hair to be lighter.
Because it's all that you saw, isn't it?
How to look after my hair. Yeah, because it's all that I saw. And it's just like, if I opened magazines when I was younger or turned on the TV and I seen more people that looked like me or was my skin tone or had the same hair texture as me or something that was just more like myself or like more like other Black people, then I would be like, oh, I want to buy that brand. And I just feel like marketing campaigns need to include a lot more Black people of all different shades, all different races. And I feel like it just really needs to be a lot more diverse in terms of marketing and what they're putting out there for their brand, and having more Black people as like brand ambassadors. And I just want to see more Black people in the campaign.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct.
No, I agree. Sure. And I think even just in terms of like representation, I think it's all well and good having, you know, like back in the day when you used to watch a movie and you would have that token Black person, you just always had that one token Black person in the movie. And I feel like a lot of the time it's like, okay.
And you're like, oh,
just have a token Black person, just throw a Black person in there. And it's just like, well, no, because that's one, like you said at the very beginning, like we come in so many different different shades and complexities, and like there's just an array when it comes to Black people, and that needs to be celebrated, and a light needs to be shone on it. So I completely agree with you on that front. Definitely needs to be a lot more representation when it comes, and there are brands that do it well, like obviously Fenty do it really well. Juvia's Place, is it Juvia's Place or Juvia's Palace? Juvia's Place.
Yeah, Juvia's Place.
Yeah, they do it really well as well. So there are some brands that definitely do it really well, but I definitely think that like mainstream.
Too Faced do it really well too.
Too Faced do it really well. Very good point.
Too Faced.
But that was definitely Jackie Aina's influence.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Because she's big on that. She's been big on that for a very long time. So yeah, no, definitely hear those points for sure. We're coming very near to the end of our time together, ladies.
Oh.
I need a little bit more sadness from you.
Oh, it did go quick.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
Thank
I'm
you.
so sad.
Okay, yes, sad. Okay, great, love it. Okay, be happy again. I have one more question for the both of you before we do close. Based on what we touched on during our discussion today, what would you say to your younger self about beauty? I'm gonna start with Layla. What would you say to your younger self about beauty?
I would say to myself, the first thing that I would say, because my hair is something I struggled with a lot, just because in my household I had the curliest hair texture, the thickest hair texture, and it was just something that I didn't know how to look after. And it was something that growing up, my hair out of everything is something that I really, really struggled with, especially because looking around in the media, I didn't have anyone that I felt like I could look up to that had the same hair texture as me. Yeah, that I could relate to or anything like that. And then the Black people and the women that I did see, they would straighten their hair and everything like that. So something I would say is, first of all, don't relax your hair. Like, the first thing I would have said is don't relax your hair and realize and really learn to understand to love yourself. I feel like that's the main thing that I would have told myself. Love yourself, and not just what you look like, but really love who you are and your culture and where you've come from, and understand that your hair and your skin color come with so much strength. And yeah, that's really what I would have told myself.
I love that. Love that. So don't relax your hair and like get to know you who you are. And you're strong, girl. You're strong. Love that.
Yeah.
Gina, what would you say to your younger self about beauty?
You know, weirdly, I would actually just say to myself to be patient. Like with everything, like with getting to know and understand your hair, and with getting to know and like love things that like before I was embarrassed about, like you mentioned earlier, fuller lips. Like I didn't wear lipstick until I was like 21. Like I didn't.
Crazy.
And so, you know, I would just say be patient, and sometimes it takes like a while for the world to catch up, because now these are the things that like people love, like they think are amazing, and they're like, you know, praised. But be patient and be kind to yourself as well, I would say. Because now I feel great, and it only took me just like being patient with myself to love myself.
Oh, that's a good one.
Very good one. Love it. Well, ladies, can I just say that I've loved today? Like, seriously, this has been
this has been so nice.
It's been really nice.
It has been such good vibes. Like, honestly, you guys are both amazing.
Thank you.
Please give these guys a follow on Instagram. Layla Loves on Instagram. Gina, what's your Instagram? And TikTok. Follow on TikTok.
And TikTok. Layla Loves on TikTok.
Yeah. I'm Pout Gina on Instagram, Gena, and on TikTok I'm Smile Gina, also Gena.
Yes, so follow both on both platforms, mostly on TikTok though, because this is a TikTok live.
Yeah, you can follow me on TikTok.
So
don't watch the last two TikToks though.
And we are going to all go now. Thank you guys, thank you both again. We have a Hero VT that will be playing. So please stay tuned and watch it. And we'd love for you to join us again in 2 days on Thursday, same time, same place. Keep it locked.